So my friend and I were having this conversation about frogs, right? And I text him this picture and I'm like, name this toad. And he does, he gives it some dumb name like Jeffrey. And I'm like, haha, this is Slippy Toad from Star Fox 64. He's like, oh, Star Fox, cool. And my friend's younger, so he clearly never played Star Fox. But it just got me thinking, what are some games that casual gamers should get into? Because my friend, he likes games, he plays video games, but he just isn't as exposed to a lot of games from history and time. And the same could be said for me in the modern era. I haven't played the Ghost of games, so this is kind of just a video about games for gamers. And what do you think are some games that gamers should play if they want to experience the medium and some of the more classic elements of it? I am welcoming video responses. Legend of Leo did this recently. He just put out his own video and then said, I will go ahead and make a playlist and put them in the comments. And so I'm looking to do the same. If you want to participate in this, I think it would be valuable to people to know, like, what would you recommend to gamers, wannabe gamers? That's kind of, it sounds pejorative, but I mean it in the best way. So people who want to be gaming more. So obviously first for me is Star Fox 64. It's actually the first game I ever played. And so is it nostalgia bias? No, I don't think so, because Star Fox 64 just kind of has this majesty about it. There's a reason it's probably the most beloved in the series. It's iconic, Slippy Toad. Oh, Fox, no! You're becoming more like your father. It's got classic lines in it. You can't really say the same for a lot of the future and prior Star Fox entries. And it's just the sense of mobility, the sense of flight, the sense of control. It's just one of the most epic feelings is piloting the R-Wing. And, the Landmaster has its stages, but it's not taking over the majority of the experience. It's really one of the main reasons I love spaceship shooter games as much as I do, is because I was so invested in it when I played it on the 64. And I think it's just kind of timeless. Like you can boot it up, play it for an hour and a half, and just have a great time. So I give a big up to Star Fox 64 as a must play for gamers. Next on my list is an experience that I think has to be had with a significant friend or other, and that is Halo 2 co-op. I think you have to play this game local co-op to get the Halo 2 experience, or just Halo experience. You could really replace Halo 2 with Halo 1 or Halo 3, but I just think Halo 2 has some iconic moments. It has the Flood. Halo 1 is good, but it's more of like a foundation for the series, and I think Halo 2 really shows some mastery in terms of some of the concepts. It's kind of similar concept for me for like Sonic 1, Sonic 2. I think Halo 2 really brings out the best in the series. And I think it's just really fun to go through like the narrative sections together, to go through some of the difficult sections, fighting those big, behemoth guys with the, I don't know what they are, like the alien weaponry. The Arbiter, he's a cool character. And the Halo sword, those are really fun. Dual wielding is kind of awesome. And just kind of working together to, see who gets what weapon, and, oh, you get a shotgun, I get a shotgun. Okay, let's take these guys down together. And it's kind of whimsical too. I think some games are more serious. I think Halo gives serious, but it's also kind of just funny sci-fi. Like Master Chief, he's kind of like a bravado, like male kick-ass character. I don't know. He gives me that cool, calm, collected kind of vibe. And I always appreciated that about the Spartans. And, the online experience is pretty epic as well, but I do think that local multiplayer, like that's another standout reason to play the Halo series, is to experience them together. So I give a big up for Halo. Next on my list is for 3D platforming. I think it's really important to experience this genre, the collectathon. And, there are many many games that you could suggest here. You could suggest Mario 64. You could suggest Donkey Kong Country. I think that would be a valid pick, but I have to go Banjo-Kazooie. I just think Banjo is so jolly and fun, and it's just it kind of invites you to play it and to do everything in it, to get all the notes, to laugh and love the game. It's just funny. I personally prefer Banjo-Tooie, but I would suggest Kazooie because I think it's more newcomer friendly. And if you really like Kazooie, you could play Tooie. Kazooie just has so many cool environments and just such a great soundtrack. I think it is a candidate for best rareware game, period. You know, I mean Donkey Kong Country, obviously, but Banjo is definitely right there beside it. It's hard to say one is better than another. It's because they're both so perfect. So I just happen to love Banjo. That's my guy. That's my bear. Kazooie for the fun banter. It's got classic British humor, which is going to tie into kind of my next pick, but I'm not going to pick the other game. You'll see what I'm talking about. But Banjo-Kazooie is kind of like a must play for me, for newcomers, casual gamers anyway. So I'm going to say Oblivion for my next pick, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. You can play the remake, you can play the old one. They're both classic, but I just remember getting so lost in Oblivion in a good way. Just really loving the experience and closing the gates and bulking up my character. Skyrim was good, but I just think it was like too dragon heavy. I think Oblivion had more like to explore and more lore. And this kind of represents my adventure game pick. I just think it's really welcoming to anybody. Create your own character. You can pick some from some cool races. There's some cool customizations, and it's derpy and funny, kind of for similar reasons that I like Star Fox 64. But it has its air of seriousness too. And it kind of gives me the classic computer RPG vibe, where it's like, you know, like more text-based, but also you do have dialogue, voiceovers. The voiceovers are funny, they're hilarious. But also, like, you do care about the characters in the world. It's been a hot minute since I played Oblivion, but I love Oblivion. I did not pick Fable for this, although I really love Fable. I just think Fable is maybe a little too janky, but I happen to love Fable, and Fable's short. I think Oblivion's just kind of a great immersive world. I love Oblivion, man. And it's the perfect game for a person who wants to experience action-adventure RPG, I think, anyway. I would put it over games like your Elden Ring or your Dark Souls as well, just because I think those games are focused on a brutality that I don't particularly care for. A brutality in how you have to suffer in enjoying the game. Those are more rite of passage games, which is a separate topic for another day. But as far as like games for casual gamers, Oblivion all the way. My last pick, this is another hard one because like I think about like, you know, would I recommend a Dragon Quest game, or would I recommend a Pokemon game or a Mega 10 game for a casual gamer? I don't think I'd recommend any of them, to be honest. I mean, I love them. I love all of those series, and I love so many entries within them, but it's very hard to pick a game amidst those series. I don't know. I had a real hard time with that because I think like so many people play, like if I think about the casual gamers played what? Pokemon Go, maybe some Pac-Man on the computer, maybe some Tetris, maybe they played Mario 1 and got in the warp pipe, but I don't know that Pokemon necessarily is something I would recommend for them to get like the turn-based experience, or Final Fantasy for that matter. I think like turn-based battles died and like live on through the fans, but it's still an important type of game to experience. Now, I think the best experience in that genre for newcomers would have to be Advance Wars. Advance Wars still kind of gives you like some ownership, the tactical control over units, building bases, and also that like time to sink your thoughts into like how can I best optimize this situation. And I don't think you could go wrong with any Advance Wars. Let's just say not Black Hole Rising, the other one, Dual Screen for the DS. I really like that one. The Game Boy Advance ones are good, but I think like controlling between both screens is kind of iconic. I love Advance Wars. I put a lot of time into it back in the day, and I just don't think you can go wrong with it. So yeah, those are my 5 games. What do you recommend for casual gamers? Similar things, same picks, different picks? What do you think? Let me know, make a video response, and I'll see you when I see you. Have a great time, everyone. Toodaloo.